I got the last little bit of it to go for first coat. There's 3 more coats going on, and we're going to have a beautiful sort of non-glossy finish on this for a change. I've always had glossy finishes on our boats, and this would be nice for something different. I've got almost nothing left in the pot. Just enough for the last little bit. So let's go for a walk, and I'll show you what it looks like.
Sailboat in the moonlight and June. Wouldn't that be heaven? Oh, heaven just for two. A soft breeze on a June night and what a perfect setting for letting dreams come true.
With the sanding and bleaching done, it was time to coat the wood. Windover was starting to look more beautiful every day. There was no shortage of visitors to the job site. The solution? Put them to work. Making some progress. I got the second coat on the tow rail here, right here, and also the rub rail. I've got third coat on the other side, so we're going to do a total of 4 coats, so that should not take very long. Another day or two we'll be done that. I just finished gluing up the frame. There was a little tiny crack here in the frame for the engine controls. Now you might recall earlier on we cleaned up those instruments, and we also got a decal on the plastic frame, and that plastic frame sits on this teak frame. So it's going to look lovely. We just put a first coat of varnish on it, and let's go up and we're going to assemble the instruments and get them ready for install. Well, if you've been paying attention, we rebuilt the engine instruments. Again, they are very, very clear now and nice and clean and hopefully still functioning. And we've got them all lined up here, all sorted out. There's the tachometer. Now the nice addition we've got is this bezel. You can no longer buy these, and unless you buy the whole unit with the instruments and everything also. I think it runs you about $1,000 for that. So I've got perfectly good instruments. There's no reason for me to throw these away. So we've had a printer make up this decal for us. We're going to reinstall this unit now on its teak frame. And so in order to do that, I have to pull out the nicely labeled bag of parts. And again, I want to suggest that if you are doing a refit, get yourself a pen and some Ziploc bags, and everything you disassemble, make sure you label the parts and put them in one bag together. That way you're not looking for screws and bits. We all have good intentions doing this kind of work, but when it comes time to put it back together, it's a little difficult. So let's see if we can remember how this went together. I believe this guy sat here. Yes. And then we had one torque screw and a washer, as I recall. That's how that's held in there. Should actually put something underneath this so I'm not scratching that lens. Now I am noticing that where the decal was cut to install here and here, it's left a little bit of white showing, so I'm just going to take an indelible marker, see if I can't just hide that white. Okay, so this instrument goes like this, and they're nicely slotted too, so you can't get them crooked. They fit in perfect and square. Really a nice setup. They're so nice, in fact, that I believe Yanmar should make some more of them. Two per smaller instrument. Well, this is the top here. I'm going by memory here, and I've got a photograph somewhere, but I'm 99% sure I had the oil pressure on the top and the temperature on the bottom. There. I'm very impressed with this, actually. The old instrument panel was so bad. I mean, so bad. And it's not perfect. I mean, there's some little cracks and little scratches, but I mean, this thing's lasted since 2004 when the engine was installed, so it's been 16 years in the hot sun. So anyway, let's see if we can't get it plugged in. This is the buzzer and the lights for the various warning lights. And last but not least, the ignition. This is for the key. It goes here, and you need not put much pressure on these plastic nuts because you will break them very easily. And actually, I've done that wrong because I need to put this cover on there. That goes there. Okay. It looks like that's got it. And this will all sit here eventually with a nice wood rim around it. Stay tuned. Any comments?
No, you have all the comments.
Yeah. Go faster. Go with the grain.
No swooping.
Talk to me.